Hello there. Well, it's been another day of huge contrast, nudging 30 degrees in some places, over 100 millimetres of rain in others. Now, that rain is showing signs of easing right now, but it will never entirely die out across some western parts of England and Wales. Still some spits and spots at 10 o'clock this evening, but the really heavy stuff having died away for the time being, that is. Dry for most of Northern Ireland. It's set to be a fine night here. Still some showers, though, trundling in across the northwest Highlands. They'll keep going most of the night, but most other parts of Scotland will settle into a dry night, turning a little bit misty, but still some rain to come across northern parts of England as we go into the night. Parts of the Midlands, perhaps, but most of the Midlands, certainly East Anglia and the south east, will have a dry and warm night after what's been a pretty hot day, hasn't it? Temperatures only gradually easing down a little bit. Bit of a respite from the rain across the far southwest of England, but it never goes away entirely, and it will come back again as we head into the early hours. Another pulse of wet weather emerging from the southwest, and by morning time it will be turning wet again across parts of Cornwall. Elsewhere, bar the odd shower, it should be a dry end to the night. Quite a warm night across southeastern areas, no lower than 19 degrees. Somewhat fresher, though, for the north and west at 12 or 13. Now, on Tuesday, again, we're going to have some big contrasts on our hands. Let's get in some detail then at breakfast time across northern England. It should be largely dry, but cloudy nonetheless, and some spits and spots. That says nothing compared to what's going to come later on in the day, I can assure you. Some dampness across the northwest Midlands, but further south and east, East Anglia and the southeast, some hazy sunshine, and temperatures soon rocketing up again. It's 22 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning in London town. Some brightness across the Solent, but down across the far southwest, it will be turning wet again, particularly Cornwall, and the odd heavy and thundery burst developing and pushing into some southern and eastern parts of Wales too. The far northwest of Wales probably staying dry. Certainly Northern Ireland having a largely dry start to the day, and a good part of Scotland as well. Yeah, there will be a few showers across the far north, but many of us will wake up to a dry, if not a bright start to the day. As we go through the day, though, this finger of wet weather will pulse up across other parts of southwest England, the south and east of Wales, the northwest Midlands, and eventually a good part of northern England. Some heavy and thundery downpours here, so that's one to watch. To the south and east of that, another hot day, 29 degrees in London, somewhat fresher and mostly dry for Scotland and Northern Ireland. So some big differences in our weather coming up in your region. Check out the details at Red Button, page 401, or as ever, why not go online?